Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, January 2nd, 2019, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, this was the first trading day of the new year, and we had a fantastic day. I'm going to take that as a really good omen after all the torture that we endured for much of 2018. Hey, maybe 2019 is going to be our year. This did happen to me once before. I mentioned this, but I had not a very good year at all in 2012, and in 2013 I came on like gangbusters. The best year I've had in 6 years. So I'm hoping maybe 2019 is going to be the year. And today we got a taste of it anyway. Um, I'll get to the statistics in just a second. We're looking at the short view of the Dow, and you can see here. This was the day after Christmas. This low that it put in, and then we had this huge run up. I forget, was that 600 points or something, I think? Anyway, pulled back a little, then another big run up on the 27th. And then since the 27th, we've been moving pretty much sideways. And that was kind of more of the same today. The Dow opened lower, about 300 points down here on the open, but it climbed all day, went positive, and just made it positive on the close for being up 19. But the way I read this is this this market doesn't want to go down. I think it would have done some correction on this big move here already. I think it's moving higher. I think it's actually going to move a whole lot higher. Now, it just so happens our positions today and our great day wasn't really correlated to the Dow. We came in pretty much riding on our fortunes with natural gas on a short position, and that turned out fantastic. And we ended up closing out positive over $15,000 in our closed out trades. We got into 19 new positions today, 14 positive, 5 negative, and we're holding positive $15,000 in open trade. So basically, if you add the closed out and the open trade, we got over $30,000 today, which is just a great way to start out the new year. Let me tell you, we had some real dogs in this bunch also, but we did so well in our good trades that the good trades just eclipsed the dogs. Let's put it that way. The reason that we did so well in our open trade today is that we're heavily invested in biostocks, and biotech stocks, and the biotech sector really took a jump today. It's really ironical because somehow, I don't know if it was related to this drop on the open. I think there are people, there's a lot of people out there are thinking this market's going to fall out of bed. This is the beginning of the Great Depression and so on and so forth. And so the Dow opened up down 300 points or something this morning, right on the open. And I think there was that kind of pressure in the biotech sector as well. Anyway, we ended up getting buying LABD, which is basically it is a short position on the biotech sector. We got into that right on the open today, and then we got into that's a new stock for us in this cycle, and then we got into SQQQ and QID, which are essentially short positions on the overall market. All three of these stocks are basic hedges for what for us in case the market just falls apart and we have a continued downside movement like we had all December. They're hedges against that. But this was a bad day to be hedging against that because those three stocks ended up costing us about $12,000 today. But our the headway we had and this other good stuff was so strong that we still totaled up just over $30,000 in profit. So, hey, you know, that's what you do when you hedge your bet. It doesn't always go right. Anyway, I'm still very pleased with the day in spite of some bad choices initially on the open this morning. Let's look at three of those really good stocks. These are all new stocks for us for this cycle. And this first one is Community Health Systems, CYH. We have traded this before, but we didn't trade it last month. This thing took off like a bird this morning. We got in to this on this big pop. It just kept moving there and hardly looked back, closing almost on its high there. And we have positive $3,000 in Community Health Systems. And then this one, I'm kind of proud of this. I never really heard of this thing before. It's ADIL, Adial Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. But when I was fishing around for stocks to add, this thing just had amazing performance. And so I threw it in the portfolio. I wasn't too sure what might happen to it, and this was the first day trading it. This thing pops up on the open. We grabbed it and went against us initially, and then it started moving in our favor, and then it had this huge move right on the close, and we're holding over $7,000 in open trade equity in Adial Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. So this just looks beautiful. I'm glad to see that. And then finally, this is Insys Therapeutics Incorporated. And we've traded this before, but we weren't trading it last month. This is INSY. And we jumped into that right at the beginning. This thing just kept moving, wouldn't look back, and we're holding over $10,000 in open trade equity in Insys Therapeutics Incorporated. So just a great day. I just can't tell you how pumped I am about 2019, and I think we're going to make some money. I really do. This is Trader Bob smiling and signing off, and I'll be back here tomorrow on Thursday.